I've been fortunate enough to be involved with some fantastic horses back in England when I was in jumps racing, but the horse that made me fall in love with racing here was Fields of Omagh. I had the opportunity to go and ride him track work for quite some time because he was recovering from a tendon injury. So I used to drive to Euroa, which was previously the pre-training property to Lindsay Park, and go and ride him work up this huge hill that is known as the hill track. And I grew a really strong bond with him that I was able to sort of be part of his preparation, and I never really realised at that point in time how good he actually was. Fast forward watching him in the 2003 Cox Plate, it was one of the biggest thrills that I've ever had on a racetrack. The fact that he was able to win a Cox Plate and the magnitude of the race was something that I will never forget. I guess when I look at horses that I've fallen in love with racing via, there's so many that come to the list, but because of the connection that I had with him, it was something that was very, very special. I love watching all of his replays, and I will never forget the moment that I was able to partner up with him when he went overseas to Hong Kong and Japan. So he's the horse that made me realise how much I loved racing, and that was through the horse, and it's always, for me, is about the horses. When I look at the strappers now, I can see the connection with many, many strappers and their horses, and that's what I love. One of the things I love most about racing is the fact that they are so well connected, and they're in it for exactly the same reason I got involved, and that's all to do with because we love the horse.
That is Bred to Win for this week. Coming up next week, we continue our look at some of New Zealand's great stud farms with an update on the Chittick's Waikato stud and more information on how the breeding industry is coping during the current coronavirus shutdown. That and much more next week on Bred to Win. I'm Caroline Searcy. I'll see you then.
Bred to Win, brought to you by Inglis. The Inglis Chairman's Sale on May 8, an exceptional collection of broodmares and breeding prospects.